Everybody, and welcome to your virtual studio. Today we have a 30-minute Pilates workout. Our props will be some nice small hand weight to bring a little bit of resistance to the upper body. Whenever you are ready, we are going to start in a seated position and just open out into a bit of a stretch. So once you are ready, wriggle down your sit bones, nice, easy, comfortable seat, and then just drop your hands outside of your hips. Shoulders come down, neck lengthens out, and just give your head a little bit of a stretch out from side to side. You can turn it into a big circle if that feels good. Otherwise, you might just drop your ear to your shoulder on the right side and the left side. So any kind of movement here just to loosen up and free up any tension or tightness or anything just feeling a little bit sticky through the shoulders and the neck area. Once you're now ready, we can take our right arm to the sky, bending towards the left side, stretching into our beautiful lateral bend, and switching sides. The left arm comes over towards the right and bringing that space now on the left side. Let's get a couple more of those in. So right arm to the left arm to the right. 4 more, right arm to the left, and left arm to the right. And last one for each side, and left to the right. Bring it all the way back in, shake it all out, and find your way to 4-point kneeling position. So when you're ready, hands are underneath our shoulders and knees are sitting underneath our hips. Take your left hand and just rest it to your forehead with your palm facing the floor. Right hand stands firmly down, and we're going to wind open our left elbow and then wind it back down to the floor. Now, if you start to notice that you're feeling a little bit tight, just give yourself the time and space to open up on a nice, natural and organic time or tempo. So no need to rush through it. Just enjoying that beautiful stretch. Let's do 4 more. Exhale. And 3. And 2. And 1 more. And then thread this left arm underneath the right and roll your left shoulder to the floor. Reach your right arm forward. Take a nice deep breath in. Look underneath your right armpit and stay for your exhale. With your next set of breaths, start to return to 4-point kneeling, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Now we're going to start to kick that left leg out behind you. Stretch it all the way out and all the way up. Now bend your knee so that your heel kicks your butt. Without dropping the height of the thigh, I want you to kick the leg out nice and straight. Bend it in, kick your butt, kick it out nice and straight. Keeping the height of the thigh. Can you keep your knee in line with your hip? Without letting your chest sink to the floor, continue to pull the chest away from the floor. Lifting it up, shining the collarbones forward. Gaze into the top of the mat. Let's do 10 more. Exhale, stretch, grip the thigh bone, squeeze your butt. Nice job. Here for 8. Exhale. 7. 6. And 5. 4 more. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 1 more. Hold it straight. Tap the floor. Lift it up. And tap outside of your mat to the left. Lift it up, tap the floor in line with your left shoulder. Lift it up and tap the floor outside of the left hip. Lift and tap and lift and tap. Lift and tap and lift and tap. Lift and tap and lift and tap. Now, if you feel like it needs to be a little bit more free-flowing, you can turn this into a rainbow style motion or a half moon shape rather than it being so rigid. So just check in and do what you've got to do. We've got about 10 counts to go. And last 9, last 8, and 7, last 6, and 5, last 4, and 3, and 2, and 1 more. And bring it all the way back in line with the hip. And now bend your knee towards your left and lift your thigh to the sky. Imagine that you have a ball behind the knee. Squeeze your butt, lift it up. Kick it high. We're so close. Lift 10, lift 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. And now bring it in. Wriggle out those hips. We're going to lay down onto our right hand side. We do need to grab ourselves a hand weight here for the left hand. Now our hip is down, our knees are forward, and our toes are out in line with our spine. Grabbing your hand weight for your left hand, stretch it out in line with your shoulder down towards your ankle. Now pull up through your right armpit and then start to lift and lower just to the line of your shoulder. Keep it away from the ear so there's still space. Lift and lower. Now, if you feel like you want something just a little bit extra here, lift the hip away from the floor at the same time as the arm lifts and lower it down at the very same time. Lift it up, lower it down. Or just keep the arm going and work on keeping your right side body up and scooped away from the floor. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, and 2, and 1 more. Now draw the arm forward and come just in front of the chest. Lift it back up. Inhale, draw it down. Exhale, lift it up. Now you can continue to raise the hip and lower the hip, or you can keep the hip down and just work the raising of the arm, or you might even just like to hold your hip up there and just work through the arm, keeping a little bit more of a stronger side bend. Breathing with it. Here for 8, 7, 6, and 5. Lifting, and 4, lifting, 3, up, 2, and up, and 1 more here. And gently lower all the way down. Bring your hand to support your head, keeping your knees in that little zigzag or raise your feet away from the floor. Lift your top knee and move through your clam variation just to bring some heat to the side of the hip and the butt and the thigh. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, keep your feet together, pinch them tight. Start to bring the energy from the front of the hip crease all the way to the back to your butt cheek. Squeezing the underline area to lift the thigh and the knee. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4 more, and 3, and 2, last one, and 1. Gently lower the knee, top leg goes nice and long. Keep it in line with the hip, lift it up, tap it forward in line with the front knee, the right knee, lift it up, take it down to the line of the left hip. Lift it up, forward in line with the right knee, lift it to the line of the left hip. Lift it forward to the line of right knee, lift it and take it back to the line of the left hip. Let's keep that going. Now this movement here is very, very similar to the movement of that rainbow style motion that we did in that 4-point kneeling position. So just by changing the position of our body is going to work slightly different through the muscles and the muscle fibers. So really targeting the whole lower half of our hips and our glutes and our thighs. So stay with me. Keep your hips stacked right over the top of the bottom one. Use your abs to assist with the movement. Working strong from the center of our powerhouse, our core, our abs. Last 10 counts. Last 9. Good. Last 8. And 7. And 6. Last 5. And 4 more. 3. And 2. And once more. And take this leg all the way back. Bend your left knee and take your right leg nice and long. Press your tippy toes into the floor. The inner thigh on the right leg is going to lift and lower. So now we're working through the inner thigh of the right, and the back leg or the left leg is supporting us into this hold. Lift, lower, lift and lower. Keep your tummy tight. Use the inner edge of the thigh to lift up. So we want to work along that inside seam of our leggings or the inside of our ankle towards the sky. Lift and lower. It's not about the height, so just check in. We just want to lift it a little bit from the floor and back down. Exhale, inhale, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Gently lower that right leg. Now send the back leg also to the floor and lift yourself up so that you're in your mermaid position. Grabbing your hand weight for your left hand, stretch it right out in line with your left shoulder. Right hand is going to support you in that upright position. Lift and lower. Exhale, inhale, lift, lower, lift. Keep your shoulders down and relax. Neck is nice and long, lifting for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Now draw it forward in line with the shoulder, in line with the chest, and tap in front and lift, and tap, lift, and tap, and lift. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, pushing away from the chest. Keep your belly in and engaged. Lift 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5. Last 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, and 1. Tap around to the hip and back in front. So now this movement is just like the action of our leg, making that rainbow style or that half moon kind of shape here. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and just gently release. Shake it out, grab your second hand weight, so you've got 1 in each hand, and spin yourself around to lay onto your back. Keep your head, neck, and shoulders all relaxed. Lift your legs into tabletop position. Float your arms over the top of your chest so the palms are facing each other. We're going to open the arms out and hold them into a fly. Stretch your right leg, switch with your left, and then bring the left leg back and close the arms. So we open to our fly, right leg out, switch to the left, bring the left in, close the arms. So we're working through our combo, holding out into that chest line, stretch, stretch, and back, and close. We're going to go for 10 of these. And close. Go 9, out, out, in, closed, 8, out, out, in, 7 more, out. Keep strong in the belly, last 6. And back, and 5. And 4 more, we open, stretch, stretch, close, close, 4 more. Go for 3, out, stretch, stretch, in, and 2. Close, and once more, it's out, stretch, stretch, and close those arms. Now single alternate stretch the legs. Now as the legs are starting to move, start to open and close your arms. Keep your movement flowing. Keep it continuous and consistent. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one more. And gently lower the feet onto the floor, open those arms into a T, give your knees a little swivel from side to side. Now stretch your legs all the way to the end of your mat to reach your arms over your head. Keep your hand weights in tow if they're not too heavy, and then start to roll yourself up nice and slowly. Lift your arms, head, neck, shoulders, look towards your toes, roll yourself up. Reach forward for the toes, release the hand weights there at the top of your mat. Roll yourself up, kick your legs around behind you, and find your way back into 4-point kneeling position. Hands come back under shoulders, knees are still under hips. Bring your right hand to your forehead, palm faces down. Press your knees into the floor, right elbow twists open. Right elbow closes. Keep this going. Right elbow opens. Right elbow closes. Open and close. 4 more. Exhale. And 3, 2, 1 more. Thread the needle underneath the left arm. Roll the right shoulder to the floor. Maybe you expand that left arm forward. Take a moment to breathe and look underneath your left armpit. Stretch into the body. With your next set of breath, bring the left hand back and your right hand comes back as well. Wriggle it out, shoulders, hips, whatever you need to do. Stretch your right leg out behind you. Reach out through the toes. Lift the height of the leg. Now hold nice and strong. I want you to bend your knees so you're kicking your own butt with your heel. Without dropping the height of the leg, stretch the leg out nice and straight. Continue. Bend, extend, and bend, extend. As you extend the leg, pull the knee nice and straight once it's out there in that full extension. Bring energy to the hamstring, the back of the thigh, and to the front of your thigh, your quad. Squeeze your right butt cheek as you extend. Inhale, bending, exhale, pushing away. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Hold it straight. Tap the floor, lift it up. Tap outside of the right hip. Bring it up. Tap the floor behind the spine. Lift it. Tap to the side. Lift it. Tap behind. Lift it. Tap to the side. Lift it. Tap behind. Up to the side. Up and behind. Again, think about that half moon type shape or making a rainbow. Over and back and around and back. 10 more. And around and back. And 9 and back. 8 and back. 7 and back. 6 and back. 5 and back. 4 more and back. 3 and back. 2 and back. Once more and 1 and back. Bend your knee, drop your knee to meet your left, and then lift it up. Little donkey kicks here. Imagine that ball is behind the knee. The angle's quite tight. Exhale, inhale. Lift it and lower. Press yourself away from the floor. Make sure the chest doesn't drop. Keep the neck nice and long. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale. 10. Lift. 9. Lift. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4 more. 3. 2. Once more. And bring it in. Shake it out. And roll it down onto your left-hand side. Grab your hand weight for your right hand. Left elbow under left shoulder. Scoop up your armpit away from the floor. Knees are in a little zigzag. Forward toes are back. Reach your right hand down to your right hip. Lift the arm towards the sky without dropping the left armpit to the floor. Lower with control. Exhale. Good. Get the appropriate weight that you need. Breathe in. Exhale. Keep scooping up that left arm. Now, if you want to add that extra, lift the bottom hip away from the floor. Gently lower as the arm lowers. Exhale. Inhale, last 10. And lift. And lower. Last 9. And 8. 7. And 6. Last 5. And 4. 3. 2. Hold on 1, draw it forward in front of the chest, lift it back to the sky. Draw it forward and lift. Again, your options are to lift and lower the hip, or perhaps you prefer just to hold the bottom hip away from the floor, making that beautiful little half side plank position. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And gently lower yourself, dropping that hand weight, settling yourself down into your side, floating your feet up, ready for a clam warm up. Exhale, top knee, inhale, top knee. Exhale, inhale. Stack the top hip over the bottom. Keep your feet clenched together. Squeeze your butt. And start to bring the energy from the front all the way around to the hip crest and squeeze right at that undie line. Lift and lower. Last 10 here. Squeeze. And 9. We lift. And 8. We lift. 7. 6. And 5. And 4. 3. And 2. And 1 more. And gently lower all the way. Top leg goes nice and long. We're going to lift it up, create that motion again in front of the knee and down in line with the hip. Towards the front knee, towards the hip. So in line with the left knee and back to the end of the mat. Let's keep going. Make your movements as flowing as you can, creating that half moon. And front and back. And front and back. Here for 10. And front and back. For 9 and back. And 8 and back. And 7 back. 6 and back. And 5. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1 more. And gently lower, bending that knee in, pressing the tiptoes into the floor and stretching out the left leg. Inner thigh faces the sky and lift it up. Lower it, lift it and lower. So the right leg is here for an anchor. It's here for our support. Steady yourself as much as you can. Stretch the left knee nice and straight. Use the thigh and grip it. Keep the big toe or the inside of the ankle facing the sky. Working from the top area of this thigh right through the groin. Exhale. And lift. And lift. Here for 10. Exhale. 9. Lift. 8. Up. 7. Lift. 6. 5. 4. 3. And 2. And once more. And lower. Bending into the knees, picking yourself up, grabbing your hand weight for your left hand, using your right hand, using your left hand as your lift, bringing yourself upright. Right hand comes down, Lift it up in line with that shoulder, drop it down. Exhale, inhale, shoulder stays down, neck stays long. Lift, up, 10 more, and 10. Lift 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, and draw it forward. Here we go. Tap in front and in front and lift, pushing away from the chest. Here for 10, 9, exhale, 8, 7, up, 6, up, 5, up, 4 more, 3, and 2. Hold it up, making your circles. Drop to the right hip, drop to the right shoulder, out to the hip, and in front. To the side, and in front. Last 10. Side, front, 9, and front. And 8, and front. And 7, and forward. 6, and front. And 5, and front. Go 4, in front. And 3, and front. Last 2, and front. 1 more, and side, and front, and release it. Wriggle out those shoulders, grabbing your second hand weight, and making your way to a high kneeling position. Knees are a little bit wider than those hips, giving us a grand base of support. Connect your toes out behind you. Lift your palms to face the sky and squeeze your butt. Now, as we push forward, we're going to crisscross the arms one over the other. We pull it back and we're going to wind them out to the sides. Bring them in, crisscross. Can you remember which one goes on the top, which one goes on the bottom? What we are trying to do is alternate that crisscross here in front. Pushing it out to the side, crisscross in front. Push out to the side, crisscross in front. Push out, and 10, and out, 9, out, 8, out, 7, out, 6, out, 5, out, 4, out, and 3, out, 2, out, and 1, just out. Push it and pull, push and pull. For 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Overhead, push it up and down, push up and down. Exhale, last part, lift, 10 more. It's up, push 9, and 8, and 7, last 6, and 5, here 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and gently shake those arms out, wriggle those shoulders, and just set your hand weights up to the side, walking your knees to the back of the mat, sitting back over the heels and stretching the arms forward. Take a moment just in your child's pose, deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Send your hips to the sky, draw the arms further forward, and lower your chest down even further if you can. Soften into the shoulder blades and relax your upper spine. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Send your hips back over your heels. Bring your hands toward your knees. Push the floor away, roll yourself up. Shake your shoulders out. Take your right arm to the sky. Bend it over your head. Left arm can come from underneath. If that's not possible, go from the top and gently press down to the elbow. One more breath. Inhale. Switching sides. Left arm goes behind. The right arm can either come from underneath or from the top. and gently pressing over the elbow. One more breath in and a deep breath out. Relax the hands, shake it out. Take your feet, easy cross legs, and take an inhale. With your exhale, float your arms over your head to the sky. Join your palms in together in prayer and guide them to your third eye. Hope and dreams. Bring your hands to your lips. Truth and honesty. And your hands to your heart. For love and compassion. Open your eyes. Well done. And thank you so much for joining. I'll see you soon.